case you didn't notice, there is a virus going around that has caused a global pandemic. I am a full-time musician who plays all sorts of live shows for a living. I usually play 3 to 4 concerts a week. However, all my gigs have been canceled indefinitely because of the coronavirus, so I'm performing from my apartment in an attempt to keep my music train moving through the world. Stop in and listen, say hello from a distance, and throw some money in my tip jar on your way out. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the FastHeartMart co-video podcast. I am your host, FastHeartMart. If you want to know why I'm called FastHeartMart, just look it up. This episode is brought to you by all my patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on Patreon and donating once a month. I think I have 16 or 17 patrons now on there, and they really help out a lot. I'm paying John to do the sound. He mixes the sound on this, and I'm trying to break even here. Also, all the people who donate through Venmo, PayPal, and CashApp, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And all the people who've been buying merchandise and stuff through all these crazy times we're currently in with this global pandemic. This episode is also brought to you by Centered Ground Therapy in Carlsbad, California. Centered Ground Therapy believes in using radical honesty as part of the mental healing process, as do I with my music and my presentation. If you are sad, it's okay to be sad and express that and turn it into something beautiful. If you're happy, it's okay to be happy and make something beautiful out of that too. Well, it's been a hectic few weeks off for me here, for everybody, I guess, in the whole wide world. We're all kind of on the same page now, which is kind of interesting and good, probably. We're kind of on the same page in a lot of ways. It used to be everybody was in their own little world, but now it seems like with all the problems going on, everybody's facing the same issues, so it's kind of brought us all together in some ways. I got a lot done on my apartment, cleaning my apartment, organizing my apartment on my time off, and I got a lot done on my gardening, and I just got a lot of time to relax, so I'm super stoked about that. Thanks for understanding about my time off. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to do while I was off, but that's just the way it goes, I guess, huh? I'm a lot closer than I was. So a lot has happened since my last episode of this podcast. George Floyd was brutally murdered by a policeman in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I just want to say I have much respect for all those people out there who are protesting peacefully in honor of George Floyd and racism and police brutality. I do believe racism exists in the world, and I definitely believe that police brutality is an issue. In fact, I've experienced police brutality firsthand, not necessarily towards me, thank God, but I was playing on the street one night down in South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. This was probably 2007 or so, maybe 2006. And I was playing on the street with me and my drummer, Robin. And this man in front of us was dancing and having a good time. And then some girls walked up and started listening as well. And everybody was peaceful and having a good time listening to my music. And all of a sudden, this one guy walks up and starts messing with the girls in the crowd. And so another guy stood up for the girls and just said to the guy, "Hey, leave them alone." Well, then they started getting kind of into a fight, a little bit, kind of. And before I knew it, the police were on him, and they were body slamming this guy. He was kind of a kid, really. He was not that old. He was probably 19 or 20 years old. They body slammed this kid. They was standing up for those girls, and they kneed him in the back, and it was police brutality right there, point blank in front of me. And the crowd that was gathered around Robin and I, the drummer, we all started to go after the police because we were going to stop the police from beating these people up. It was crazy. It was unnecessary use of force. But when we did, they maced us all. There's other cops that came in. They maced us all. I guess it was getting ready to be a riot or whatever. And they maced us all. And it was not pleasant, of course. And the police chief came up after the incident, and he said, "Do you have a problem with what happened here?" And I said, "Yes, I do, and I'm going to go report it tomorrow at the police station, in fact, because that was unnecessary use of force. That was police brutality." And it was disturbing. It was very disturbing. And I have other friends who have stories. I have some ethnic friends who say they've been profiled by policemen. And actually, Robin, the drummer, she was actually beat up by some cops back in the late 80s unnecessarily. So police brutality does exist for sure. I know that. And racism does too. And I respect those people out there who are peacefully protesting in honor of these issues. I have done lots of protesting in my time. I protested the Iraq War back in, what was that, 2001. It was a peaceful protest. I remember very clearly most of us there were there to be peaceful, but probably 95% of us were there to be peaceful. But you always get 5 or 10% of people who just show up and want to be mad and angry and start destroying stuff, and it's frustrating. And then I was also part of the Occupy movement back in 2011, and the same dynamic would occur. Most of us were there to be peaceful and to show the world that there was something wrong in the world, that they're out there expressing ourselves, which is, as an American United States citizen, that is our right, and we should exercise it whenever we can. I just want to say, not that I'm anybody, or I don't even know anything really. I can just tell you what my opinions are. Just want to say, be careful not to let the pendulum swing too far either way. I think when people go too far on either side of things, we probably actually go in circles. If you think of it, you go too far this way, you end up going all the way around, and you go too far that way, and you go all the way around, and before you know it, you're just going in circles. So you got to moderate yourself too. You can't go too extreme with things, or else we're going to just be going in circles, and it's not going to be good. What we need in the world always is balance. We're always trying to find balance in the world. There's a yin-yang. There's a duality to everything. There's the dark and the light, the male, the female, the black and the white. And we need both sides always. But we always have to find a balance to both sides. No side is better than the other. They're just different and complementary. That's how I see the whole thing. And I think what's really happening in the world is we're finding a new balance. We were pretty out of balance, and we're probably still out of balance. I think, unfortunately, my feeling is we're not even close to the end of this thing, and we're still going to have to try to find some balance. So anyway, that's my opinions on everything that's going on. And how about I do what I actually really do for a living, and that is play some music. This first song I'm going to play on this episode is called Keep on the Sunny Side. I know I played this on episode 1 of this podcast, but this is such a profound and great song. I felt like it needed to be redone here today. And furthermore, it's something that I usually start all my sets out with lately. In the last few years, I start out my shows with Keep on the Sunny Side because it just really sets a mood for everything. Speaking of gigs and my shows, tomorrow I will be back to playing my first gig in over 3 months, at a farmer's market up in Oceanside, California. So I'm excited and grateful for that. But here now is Keep on the Sunny Side.
And a troubled side to life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Know you'll meet with the darkness and strife. The sunny side you also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It all helps every day, it brighten all the way. Keep on the sunny side of life. broke today. Crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storm and time will pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. I'll keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It all helps every day, it brighten all the way. Keep on the sunny side of life. Meet with a song of hope each day. Though this moment is cloudy and fair, let us trust in our Savior always, to keep everything in His care. I'll keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It all helps every day, it brighten all the way. Keep on the sunny side of life. Dark and a troubled side to life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Know you'll meet with the darkness and the strife. The sunny side you also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It all helps every day, it will brighten all the way. So keep on the sunny side of life. I'll keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It all helps every day, it will brighten all the way. We'll keep on the sunny side of life. If we'll keep on the sunny side of life.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that song. Not to expound on it too much more, but I believe that most people in the world are trying to do good and try to do the right thing, including cops. We certainly need to improve our world, but we do not need to destroy it in the process. We don't want to swing things too far. We don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And again, whenever I do protest, I try to protest peacefully. And as soon as things start getting crazy, I hit the road and I get lost. If somebody around is doing violent things and getting crazy, I walk away. It's not worth it to me. I'll come back the next day and start protesting peacefully. And I have a feeling that that's what most people are doing these days. They're out there peacefully protesting. And I commend those people. Okay, it's time for the joke of the day. These jokes are not the best ever, but I think they're so dumb sometimes that people think they're funny. Why can't I blame Jeff Bezos for being corrupt? Because I still shop at Amazon. Thank you. That's not very funny, but it is. And it's also kind of disturbing. And now time for the garden talk. My mint plant, which I used to have here in this window, but it's gotten too big for this window and it doesn't get enough light in this window. It's outside now. My mint plant was actually devastated by some caterpillars. I didn't know at first it was being eaten by caterpillars, but all of a sudden one day I noticed it was pretty much gone. All the leaves were gone off of the stalks. And so I investigated further, and it really was hard to see these little green caterpillars, but I found them. I picked them off and gave them to the birds, because birds love those kind of things. And now the mint is coming back really well. So if you have mint and it looks like it's getting devastated, don't worry. It'll probably come back. And that leads me right into my next song, which is called Play On. Again, this is a song I played in one of the previous episodes of this podcast. But again, I think it's just so timely, this song, and I'm not sure how many people heard that episode, so I'm playing it again on this podcast. It's called Play On. It's about keeping on, even though the world's in total turmoil and upside down. I feel like for myself, and most people I think would agree, we have to keep on keeping on as best we can with our lives. So here it is. It's called Play On. It's really fast, and I hope you enjoy it.
Might be ending, no one really knows. Can we do it now, George, time before it all explodes? And we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Oh, we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Melting icebergs, erupting volcanoes, still tread lightly on the earth before this whole thing blows. And we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Oh, gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Tidal wave and trying to shake us off. Robots come and have a virus to think of her one cough. And we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Oh, we gotta play on. Politicians are corrupted, that's just how it goes. Dead men walking, lost the power, let them decompose. And we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Oh, we gotta play on. We gotta play on. Might be ending, no one really knows. What can we do now, George, time here before it all explodes? And we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play on. Oh, we gotta play on.
All right, so that was that song. And I also want to play a third song, and this will be the last thing I do here on this podcast today. But this song is called Hearts and Dreams. It's one of my staple songs that I play at almost every show. And it's one of the first songs I ever wrote for the banjo back in 2010 probably, or 2011. It's about following your heart and your dreams, doing what you know is right, despite what everybody's telling you in the world. And again, we have to all check in right now with ourselves and our hearts and see what it's telling us. We have to follow our heart and our dreams, because there's a lot of disinformation going on from all sides everywhere. And so we have to go inward and see what we think the truth is. And here is the song called Hearts and Dreams.
unless you think it's true. Follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams. Protect your soul, follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams. When I was walking down this hall, follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams. Don't you listen to them unless you think it's true. Follow your heart and your dreams. Follow your heart and your dreams.
All right. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Please consider supporting this podcast on Patreon, or you can donate to FastHeartMart at Venmo, PayPal, CashApp. Please stay peaceful and healthy as possible out there, everybody. And I'll see you next week, God willing. Until then, listen to FastHeartMart on Spotify and all your favorite sites. And maybe even look out for me playing somewhere now. I'm not sure. See you soon. Bye.
The world's gone crazy, might be ending, no one really knows. What can we do now? Your time here before it all explodes. And we gotta play on. Yeah, we gotta play